Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cobra engine build. Finally making some progress here. So last time told you about some metal shavings that I found in the block, and I had everything taken apart, took the pistons out and the crank out, and was getting ready to clean it. So I've done that, basically wheeled out the bare block out into the driveway and using a 5-gallon bucket and some warm soapy water and a bunch of brushes, basically scrubbed the heck out of it, got it as clean as I could, and then used compressed air to dry it, and used some WD-40 to keep the machine surfaces lubricated. Then just basically went over it, just checking it out inch by inch, just making sure everything was good. So then got to time to start reassembly, and the nice thing was that since I was starting from a bare block, I could put the cam in first. So the first time I did it, I had to put the cam in after everything was in there. So when everything's out, you got a lot of room. It's upside down in this kind of configuration, and then you can just kind of work the cam in without anything in the way. It's much easier. Then I got the thrust plate back on the cam. Then did a lot of research in my books and on the forums, seeing what people say about doing main bearings and crank install. So the bearing clearances were checked and documented. The first time it was put together, I got a build sheet to show me what those were. It was done with a bore gauge, but I figured that since I had it apart, I would just go ahead and check it myself with, but I just used a plastic gauge. Very simple way of checking bearing clearances. There's videos out there if you're not sure what that is, but it's a pretty easy way to check bearing clearance. They weren't exactly what was on the build sheet, so they're a little bit tighter, but still within range. So I made the decision to just proceed without making more adjustments. So there's a whole procedure on installing everything and getting the main caps torqued, and then especially the rear cap and seal, and getting that done correctly. So you can see there's still some RTV that I'm letting kind of set up, and then I'll razor blade that off of there. But it's all together now, and spins good. So I think we're in good shape now. Next step is going to be putting in, I'm going to just put in one piston, piston number 1, and then I'm going to degree the cam again. So last time I was degreeing the cam with all eight pistons in. There's more friction, so making slight movements of the crank sometimes is a little difficult to get it exactly how you want. So this time I'm going to try just with a single piston in, be less friction, and hopefully dials in a little easier. But I'm going to get that cam degreed again. I'm assuming it's going to come in exactly where it did last time, but I'll verify that and then check the end play on the cam. Already checked the end play on the crank. Then I think what I'll do is I'll put the front cover on and get the harmonic balancer on. That way I can, using top dead center that I find with only one piston, be able to make sure where that timing mark ends up on the balancer. But then after that, I'm going to go ahead and put in the rest of the 7 pistons. And I think that's where I want to start the next video. So hopefully that all goes well, and then it'll be time to start on the oil pump and the oil pan. So that's what's up next. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.